KernRadio.com. Now, here is your host, JR.
Top of the day to you. This is the JR Show. I am your host, JR Flores. You're listening to Kern Radio. Check us out online at kernradio.com. Download the Kern Radio app to your smart device. Take us anywhere you go. Plus, we're streaming live on YouTube. That's right. Head over to YouTube. Search up Kern Radio. Click the subscription and notifications. And every day that we're live at 2:05, you can come with us. We're all over social media, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Just look up Kern Radio. I am also out there. JR Flores, or why not JR? We have a great program for you lined up today. Lots of information to go over. We'll discuss the sewer rates. You remember when they were going to up them, I can't remember, by 200 and some percent or something like that. Well, you didn't think they were just going to go away, did you? They are on the agenda tonight for the city council meeting. We'll tell you what we might learn and how much you might be paying. Meeting is set to start. There's a 3:30 and then there's a 5 o'clock. This will be discussed in the later one. Plus, we'll also ask the question, and you're probably going to get mad at me for this one too. No, it doesn't have to do with Halloween. Calm down. But I read an article. Why are I can't even do it, Chris. Why are Mexicans so fat in the Central Valley?
You're on your own on that one. I'm not touching it. You are on your own.
Chris said he's going to keep his microphone off during this. I read an article. That's all. The San Joaquin Valley's Latino population is experiencing obesity rates that significantly exceed non-Latinos among both adults and children. We've talked about it before on this show, and I catch flack every time. I'm not trying to make fun. I'm not trying to any of that. I'm simply, the facts are the facts, and I'm just asking the questions. Maybe I could have phrased that one a little bit differently, Chris. Big bone. Why my Mexican brother so big boned out there? No, that's probably not a good way to frame it either. Why? I'm just gonna keep digging. More.
Eventually, you'll reach China.
I'll reach China.
At some point.
They know. Never mind. You don't see big Chinese people really. Sumo wrestlers. That's about it. I don't know what they feed them over there, but maybe we can change our diets. I'm sorry. I'm trying to, it is a well-being Wednesday. I'm trying to get to the bottom of a serious health crisis among my Hispanic brethren. We'll tackle it together. Like a big old burrito in the morning. And the Woolworth, what?
You know what's funny? The burrito is actually an American creation as well.
I know, a lot of it is. Half the Mexican food in Bakersfield is white. Yep. I'm sorry.
It's Americanized.
It's way Americanized. You kidding me? And who are the patrons? Let's be serious. White people. They ain't making Mexican food for Mexicans. Mexicans make their own food at home. It's part of why reason they so overweight, or I don't. What's the proper term, Chris? What's politically correct? How do I say it? Just trying to RFK this thing and get everybody healthy is all. And what else? Oh, and I got a pair of tickets to the Famoso drag strip happening, the Hot Rod reunion happening this weekend, all weekend long. It's going to be great weather. Were you awake when the thunder started to hit this morning, Chris? I was awakened by the thunder. It hit about 6:30. And I sleep with the window open because it's beautiful outside right now. And all of a sudden, I just hear, and I was like, Wow, they're starting early on California Avenue.
They were out there working. I will not lie.
Were they for a
Oh
second?
yeah, they were moving their trucks and everything. They were out there for a second.
They were getting set up, and then the rain hit right there after. I swear, I saw a flash through the window. I heard the thunder, and then within seconds, it started raining, and everybody was freaking out. It was kind of like that time me and Chris drove through Vegas and saw the lightning storm. It was just out of nowhere. I'm not sure anybody expected it. Kevin Charette was even outside, just walked outside the 17 studios and said, well, we got to do weather outside this morning. The storm is rolling through, but it's nice now. It's beautiful. The air is clear. You can see the mountains. It's supposed to be like 75 degrees today. It's going to be beautiful all weekend long. So get out to Famoso drag strip this weekend for the Hot Rod reunion. Keep listening. We have tickets to give away at some point today. And then we'll maybe, if we get to, preview tomorrow's start of the World Series. Yesterday, a lot of sports right now. Christopher, the host of the Early Bird Special, the NBA tipped off yesterday. We'll talk about that game. All kinds of sports action going on. And my fantasy football team finally took a hit. Finally took a loss. Was gonna do the season undefeated, but I decided, you know what? If I'm gonna lose a game, we might as well lose this week. So I decided to take a loss. And then we'll also tell you about the more closures coming to the city streets. Well, not city streets, but kind of on ramps, off ramps along the 58 and 99. We'll tell you which ones to avoid over the next couple of days. Disneyland is also updating the ride for America's birthday. We'll tell you which one it is and what time that's going to be, as I am going to head to Disneyland probably in December at some point with the family. Last night we went, despite all of my I'm just a walking hypocrite, Chris. It's fine. Despite all of my talking yesterday about Halloween and no dressing up and kids shouldn't do that at school and it's for demons and demon slay hunters, Korean something. What's the show?
The K-pop
Demon Hunters.
It's a movie, but yeah. Nothing to do with this, but
it does, because people are dressing up like that too.
Oh, true. That's fair. I didn't think about that.
That
would be a very popular choice this year.
Very popular choice this year. I did make it out to the Kern County Sheriff's night out last night, held at Schramler Park. Schramler Park is looking nice. They did all the upgrades out there. I hadn't been out there since not this mac and cheese. The mac and cheese before that, I guess, was something the last time we had it. And the reason we moved was because they were doing all the upgrades. They've done some pretty good work to Schramler Park. Put in some new shading that's retractable. So if you want it to be sunny, you can, or you can pull the shades over and have the shades over the bench. They got some new basketball courts. But it was a good time. We walked around, lots of people dressed up in their demon catcher uniforms, and kids were having a good time. I ran into Assemblyman Stan Alice, who decided he's not going to run, but he was out there passing out candy. Assemblywoman Melissa Hurtado was also out, or not Melissa Hurtado, Dr. Jasmine Baines. Kudos to her, handing out full-size candy bars. Who does that anymore? Dr. Jasmine Baines, because she's running for Congress against Valadeo, who I didn't see out there. Maybe they're working back in D.C. Has the shutdown ended yet, Chris? Check the calendar. Make sure the shutdown hasn't ended.
I believe we're on 21 days.
I did see Congressman Vince Fong over the weekend out at the marketplace for Via Arte, pushing around a baby in a stroller. No, he was in town. But who else was out there? There was somebody else. Shannon Grove's office was out there. Didn't see wannabe Assemblyman Andre Gonzalez anywhere. Maybe he was dressed up. Maybe he. Don't laugh at that, Chris. Maybe he was. I heard he's got a. I'm going to get in so much trouble. Oh, take me to break, Christopher, before I ruin everything. He's got a speaking engagement this weekend somewhere. That's all I'll say about that. It's funny though. They how is he invited as a candidate to go and speak? He was doing some assembly somewhere, I thought, at some school, and I'm like, how as a candidate is he invited to go do these things when those that may be running against him aren't offered equal time like we do have to here on the radio station. But maybe I just don't know how to read. I promise that's it. I promise. Everybody's like, what is he talking about? Can't tell you. 661-842-5376. 661-842-KERN. On the other side, we'll talk about Scott Wiener. It's Wiener Wednesday. Got my 4 for 4 chili dogs if you want one on the office there, Chris. But Scott Wiener is deciding he is going to run for Senate, despite saying before he's not going to run against Nancy Pelosi. And Nancy Pelosi saying, well, I'm not quite sure if my 85-year-old self is going to run again. And is it a bigger picture of the Democratic Party as a whole right now? Young versus old. We'll tell you about some of the different matchups happening in the next year. And we got to ask the question, why are my Mexican brothers and sisters and mijo and mija, why are we so unhealthy? It's not me. I got the report. But why? We'll try to get to the bottom of it. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
News Talk 96.1 and AM KERN. Start your day right. First Look with Scott Cox, 6 to 9 a.m.
On the Thursday edition of the First Look program, not only do we get to talk mental health with our friend Dr. Corey Gonzalez, but there is just a ton of heist-related news. Plus, all the regular news and traffic and weather, it's all happening 6 to 9 a.m. right here at News Talk 96.1 and streaming live on the World Wide Webs at kernradio.com.
First Look with Scott Cox, 6 to 9 a.m. News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN.
Oh, it's already Wednesday, which means I can get to the stockyard even sooner. Where's the stockyard? What is the stockyard, you ask? Well, it's a little speakeasy right next to Casey's Steakhouse, 2525 F Street. You wouldn't even know it's there. You're going to see some ropes. You're going to see a carpet. Walk up to the door, ring the doorbell. When they ask you what's the password, tell them, why not JR? They're going to let you in. You're going to walk into one of the finest establishments, not only in Bakersfield, not only in Kern County, but probably all of California. It's like you walk into a time travel. They take you back to the days of Speak Easy. Come on in. You can get appetizers off the menu from Casey's Steakhouse if you're hungry. Have a drink with Haley. Heck, I'll be in there this weekend. They also got live music going. And if you're looking to host a party, they got a banquet room. Maybe you got a birthday, a bridal shower. Those holiday parties are coming up. You better start planning for them. Get a hold of them over at the Stockyard, 2525 F Street, open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 6 p.m. to close. Come hang out with me and Haley. It's the Stockyard.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance. For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080. SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Welcome to Sundale Country Club, your home for golf, family, and friends. Sundale is more than golf. It's a jewel in the heart of Bakersfield. The proud home of the award-winning Phoenix restaurant, combining upscale dining with magnificent golf course views. Sundale Country Club will soon be your favorite getaway without even leaving town. To reserve a tea time or make a dining reservation, call 661-831-4200. Open to all, but ask about our membership benefits. Golf, family, and friends. It all comes together at Sundale Country Club.
Are you looking for a hospital that truly cares for your health and well-being? At Good Samaritan Hospital, they provide high-quality medical detox, psychiatric services, and medical and surgical care. They accept most insurances, including Medi-Cal, Medicare, and Kern Family. They offer Kern County's longest-standing inpatient detox program with dual diagnosis that combines medical care and withdrawal management all under one roof. Learn more at GoodSamaritanHospital.com or call 661-215-7500. Good Samaritan Hospital. They care for their community.
The Armstrong and Getty Show, weekdays noon to 2 on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN. Now, back to the JR Show.
That's how I like it. Just me, myself, and I. I don't need nobody. Laugh at my own jokes. I don't care.
You get salty when someone didn't laugh at the joke?
I don't care. I don't need nobody. I love me some me. 661-842-5376. 661-842-KR. Welcome back to the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. Check us out online, kernradio.com. Download the Kern Radio app. Find us on social media, X, Instagram, Facebook. Search Kern Radio. JR Flores, or why not JR? Do we have anything on the text messages before we get to Wiener Wednesday, sir?
Yeah, I got a couple.
What do you got?
JR,
Yes.
mucho mas papas.
Yes, mas papas. And not only the papas, and I gotta get into it later. Goodness, they hate me already. We asking why are Mexicans, Hispanics, my Latinos, why in the central San Joaquin Valley are we so big? Why are we so unhealthy and out of shape and obese, as the report says? I'll break down the numbers later, but yes, mas papas. It's a lot of it does have to do with diet.
Yeah.
Diet and exercise, and we eat a lot of papas. But not only is it the papas, but then we fry them in the bacon grease. It's not even that we're using like vegetable oil or even extra virgin olive oil. Nah. If you didn't grow up Hispanic with a fat can of just bacon grease sitting on top of the stove.
Oh, you don't waste the bacon grease.
Oh, heck no. You fry the papas in there. You refry the beans up in there. You put the chorizo in there.
But it's not even just the way you cook it. It's the amount that you force.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone.
Ain't nobody forcing nobody, Chris.
Oh,
but yes.
Don't you do that.
I will admit, my grandma, God rest her soul.
If she even thought you looked skinny, you'd be getting 3 or 4 plates that night.
You couldn't come into the house without eating. I just stopped by just to visit. She'd be like, Mijo, you want me to make you something? No, Grandma, that's okay. It's okay. Next thing you know, you got 2 eggs and beans and a tortilla and chorizo. And Grandma, I just said I wasn't hungry. But then she didn't force me to eat it.
No, but it's
we can eat whenever. We don't have to be hungry to eat, Chris.
What's the word I'm looking for though? It's
hospitality.
Respectful. Yes. That's my thing. Because I am not complaining whatsoever. I grew up around Hispanic families my entire life, and I loved every second.
We just big,
but
it's unhealthy.
Every time I walk in the house, I don't want to have to leave feeling like I just ate half the kitchen.
I don't think you'll ever see.
That's the only way that a white boy like me wins favor.
I don't think,
especially with abuela. I have to eat all the food.
Eat it all. Eat up. I don't think you'll ever see a low fat or a low a healthy the healthy section of the Mexican restaurant menu.
Absolutely
not.
This
doesn't exist. 661-842-KERN. What else you got?
Just one more. It says, JR, why are they so fluffy?
Why are they so? What, my pancakes? Because I know how to use the mix. And
Although Fluffy is a
eggs.
very good
I like Fluffy.
example.
We'll use
He's
Fluffy.
lost a lot of weight too.
Yeah, that's Ozempic.
Yeah,
Come on
that's
now.
probably
Everybody that loses weight now is taking Ozempic.
not me.
Are you losing weight?
I was for a while there. Now I'm stuck at 205. I haven't been able to break through that first barrier.
I haven't weighed myself. I weigh myself. They weigh me when I go to Houchin to give blood.
Yeah.
But I don't get undressed. You know what I mean? I ask them, can I kick off my shoes, please?
See, the beauty, I house sit for family members a lot on the weekends when they go out of town. So
And you just eat up all their food.
no. I actually go out of my way not to touch the food in their kitchens because I feel bad. I don't want them coming home from a trip and then being no food in the kitchen. But no, the benefits of it, at least staying at my grandparents' house, is they have scales everywhere.
Oh, okay.
So I usually am able to
Step on. Well, I have one in the bathroom. I just haven't used it in a while. But 2 people recently had told me, "Are you losing weight? You look like you lost weight." And I looked up. I do look good, thank you. No, not that I'm aware of or have been trying anyways, but I am going to do no sugar November.
Good luck with that.
At least up until Thanksgiving.
All y'all that do that, no shave November, no sugar November.
Yeah.
I don't. Good luck with that.
You can do the no shave. You already got a beard.
I ain't shaving ever.
I've tried the no shave November and I ended up with a mustache.
And actually, no, I can't do that because once this thing gets scruffy, it is not very kept. And it looks nice, and I don't like it.
Recently, I let it grow out for like 2.5 weeks, and it just got all itchy and scratchy. And so
we do EBS and stuff with video, and I know that every day I have to look good.
Just got to shave it out. But I am going to do no sugar November, at least up until Thanksgiving. And I figure my reward, if I make it that far, will be a nice piece of pecan pie with Cool Whip all over the top of it. That'll be my reward. And then December, I'll go back to sugar. Well, at least because I'm going to go to Disneyland, and then the holidays come, and there's all kinds. Yeah, it's hard. It's and sugar doesn't count at Disneyland. Can we all agree on that? I think we can all agree.
Well, you
on
do
that.
enough walking, it all burns itself off.
It all burns itself off.
That's why they give you that much. It's carb loaded.
Unless you're one of those fat Mexicans in the sea.
Dang, I didn't take it that far.
Send all mail to C. Burdick at American General Media.
No.
On those scooters. Come on now.
I can't even. White people are on those scooters just as much.
I'm going to get in so much trouble for that. Let me go into the chats over here in YouTube and see what the people are saying. Oh, my gosh. High fat, high sodium diet. Lots of carbs, lots of fat. Yes. A lot of it is diet, but a lot of it is exercise too. Just saying. What's up, JR? What's up, Chris Orr? Hey, the question should be, what's your thoughts on Semper Fries snitching to health department about other vendors? Huh? I think there's a misspelling in there. I differ with you. Take a whiff of cigarette smoke. It smells like influence. Not sure about that either. BHS had a food sale day. Kids were boycotting Semper Fries, from what I heard.
Okay.
So Semper Fries. Okay, Semper Fries must be a cart vendor or some sorts, and they're ratting out other people that may not have a health permit to be operating as a food establishment.
That's just wrong.
Take out the competition.
No.
Just taking out the competition.
That's messed up.
Fair game.
Let them get caught on their own. There's no reason to tattletale.
It's fair business. It's like saying you shouldn't take out the drug dealer on the other corner. Hey. But good for the kids if they're boycotting Semper Fries. They should, yeah.
Snitches don't get paid. You can't say that in this instance, but snitches don't get paid. At least.
It's the fight of the food cart vendors, apparently. The things we learned, Chris. That's how we got to keep our ears to the streets.
Loyalties.
Point back. I've never had Semper Fries.
I haven't either.
I've never even heard of the place. It's like when they call the health department on the people that are selling flowers. Okay. Got to take a break. On the other side, we'll continue the conversation of why my Hispanic brethren are so obese. Take your comments. 661-842-5376. 661-842-KRM. Plus, Scott Wiener decides he's running for Senate, despite what Nancy Pelosi might do. We'll tell you who Scott Wiener is. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be back.
With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters in Washington. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says the Trump administration is preparing to announce increased sanctions on Russia. Bessent told reporters at the White House that an announcement about a substantial pickup in sanctions would be made later today or Thursday morning. He did not provide details. Vice President Vance is seeking to ease concerns in Israel that the Trump administration is dictating terms to its closest ally in the Middle East. He and other top U.S. envoys are visiting Israel this week to support the Gaza ceasefire agreement. Secretary of State Marco Rubio will meet with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in Israel on Friday. On Wall Street, the Dow down by 334 points. More details at srnnews.com.
From the KERN Newsroom, your live and local news update on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN.
I'm Bill Robbins. Residents of Kern County woke up to rain and thunder early this morning. During the overnight hours, the offshore cutoff low moved inland, bringing in scattered light showers. There were reports of thunderstorms near West Bakersfield, Wasco, Delano, Lake Isabella, Taft, and Tehachapi. The storms mostly dissipated by around 9 a.m., but another round of thunderstorms is expected late this afternoon. Delano police are investigating the deaths of two people at a home Sunday morning as a possible murder-suicide. Officers were called to the home in the 1300 block of 7th Avenue just after 8:30 Sunday morning to investigate the two deaths. So far, no other information has been released. I'm Bill Robbins in the KERN Newsroom with news every half hour or when it breaks on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN.
The annual enrollment period for Medicare is here. That means that it is time for you to select your Medicare plan for 2026. This annual enrollment period, choose a name you already trust. Select Kern Family Healthcare Medicare, D-SNP, a new option for people who have both Medicare and Medi-Cal. For over 29 years, Kern Family Healthcare has been a trusted name in Medi-Cal. Now, we're here to support your Medicare journey too. Call 1-866-661-3767. Again, that's 1-866-661-3767. Or visit www.kernfamilyhealthcare.com/Medicare to learn more and enroll. Start your Medicare journey with local care you trust. Choose Kern Family Healthcare. Kern Family Healthcare Medicare is an HMO D-SNP plan with a Medicare contract and a contract with the California Medicaid program. Enrollment in Kern Family Healthcare Medicare HMO D-SNP depends on contract renewal.
Graybeard here, host of the SolarWise radio show. Listen, nobody likes PG&E. They're outrageously expensive. Join me Sundays at 6 p.m. right here on Kern Radio, News Talk 1180.
The Ralph Bailey Show, weekdays from 3 till 6 p.m.
This is why it is so important that if you know a veteran, particularly a World War II veteran, get them on the honor flight plane. We just lost Billy Burke, a World War II hero, just short of his 101st birthday. I was fortunate enough to travel with Mr. Burke, to watch him, interview him, meet with him. He was engaging, he was smart. It is a tremendous loss, but a man who led an incredible life.
On News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN. The Charlie Kirk Show, weekdays at 6 p.m. on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN. Now, back to the JR Show.
Kern Radio, KernRadio.com, Kern Radio app, Kern Radio on YouTube, Kern Radio on Facebook, Kern Radio on X, Kern Radio on Instagram. I'm also out there, JR Flores, or OI, and not JR. Keep listening. We have a pair of tickets to Formoso Drag Strip as they have the Hot Rod reunion coming to town this weekend. We'll give those away at some point. And I'm going to tell you about a Disneyland ride that's going to take some changes as it celebrates America's birthday and the opening of Woolworths. I've been there twice now as they get ready for their block party happening this weekend, and multiple overnight closures planned for October 23rd. We'll tell you which on-ramps, off-ramps to avoid as you're going on the 58 and the 99. 661-842-5376, 661-842-KERN. Did we clear that before we moved on for the day, sir?
Let's see. I got one more here for
Okay.
you. It's you could have gone to grandma's house right after dinner, but you still had room for a fresh homemade flour tortilla with butter. That's why we're all flying.
Those butter tortillas are actually really. You ever had one of those, Chris?
Oh, of course.
I was going to say, you didn't grow up poor if you didn't have no flour butter tortilla. We had all kinds of poor food when I was growing up. That's the other part of it. We can't afford to eat healthy. All the healthy foods are expensive and cost too much, and you can't get them with food stamps. Plus, food stamps are about to end because of the government shutdown, apparently, is what they're saying come November 1st. If you got food stamps, well, you might not get them. You might not get them. Was that it?
That's all we got, yeah.
A bunch of young Democrats across the nation are starting to challenge older people in those seats. We'll say we'll be nice about it, but one here happening locally in California, Scott Wiener has now thrown his hat into the race for Senate to take Nancy Pelosi's seat. The San Francisco lawmaker officially announced today that he's done waiting for her to announce. In the past, as early as even March of this year, had said, I won't run against her. I won't run against her. I will not run against Nancy Pelosi, who is 85 years old, will be 86, and by the end of that term will be just about 88 years old. Goodness gracious. Should there be an age limit on senators and congressmen?
Yes.
Are they? And it's happening kind of all over, really, except that people in regular jobs that they have to actually do some sort of work at retire a little bit earlier, usually in their 60s. But he has decided, and she is saying, Nancy Pelosi is saying that she's not going to make, where she previously had said, I'm going to run in 26 and I'm going to run in 28, which would have taken her all the way to almost 90. Not to mention she's been in office since 1987. I was 7 years old when Miss Pelosi got into politics and has been serving in Congress since 1987. That's insane. But she's saying she's not going to decide until after the special election, which is coming up on November 4th, which is the Prop 50 ballot. If you already have your mail-in ballot, go ahead and mark no, but that's just my opinion and suggestion. You do what you feel is right for you and your family. Don't listen to some knucklehead like me on the radio. But in part of his announcing, Mr. Scott Wiener, he said that he is fighting back against President Donald Trump's agenda and to defend his city. Quote, my family escaped fascism in Europe. I never thought the United States would slip into fascism like we're seeing today. And then the video rolled into pictures of Donald Trump and J.D. Vance and even threw in Elon Musk, who didn't he move everything out of the Bay Area? Wasn't one time the Bay Area home to places like X and Tesla, and all thanks to them. They're just going to move out to Texas. Said, I'm running for Congress to defend San Francisco, our values, our people. And I'll give you a little insight into some of his who his people are, and the Constitution of the United States with everything I have. Now, I think what really prompted him to get into the race is that there is another person already in this race. And what's unfortunate in California, as we talk about Prop 50 and redistricting and turning red counties into blue counties, there is a progressive challenger, Mr. And I ain't going to say this name right, so excuse me. Sakat Chakrabarti. He is the former chief of staff to New York Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, better known as AOC. He is and I had to look this up, a centimillionaire. I was like, what? So apparently he's worth over $100 million, which is always strikes me as these Democrats that claim to fight for poor people are always very, 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 very wealthy. I wonder what his tax bracket looks like. I was talking about pay your fair share. But he has jumped into the race and been very vocal in urging Nancy Pelosi to step aside and make room for the younger generation of the party. Mr. Sakat Chakrabarti is a little bit extreme, but not extreme as who's the guy running for mayor in New York? Mandani. They say he's Mandani light. Which just leads us to, well, who the heck am I supposed to vote for? My three options for state senate are maybe Nancy Pelosi at 85 years old, Scott Wiener, who, as a part of being in the assembly, has put through some of the most ridiculous bills, including banning law enforcement federal agents from wearing face masks. It was like, oh, all of a sudden, during COVID, you didn't want to wear face masks, and now you do want to wear face masks. Yeah, well, people are attacking ICE agents. It's for their protection, Mr. Wiener. There's a joke there, Chris, but I'm not going to touch it. Get it? Protection. Scott. No. Okay. I don't care. I laugh at my own jokes. But he's passed some crazy stuff like the LGBTQ stuff. He's all in favor of trans athletes competing against girls. He's all about taking parents' rights away. And so you have to ask yourself, who would I rather have out of this race? Nancy Pelosi, Scott Wiener, or this Sakat Chakrabarti, who ran AOC's office? We've always talked about it being the lesser of two evils, but this is really the lesser of three evils. At this point, it's almost like, well, maybe we should just take Nancy Pelosi again because we know what we're going to get. She might be the least of the extremes out of the three. California politics, man. It's just crazy. But this is a growing trend, like I said, throughout the Democratic Party, where all over the nation, older elected officials are starting to face the younger competition. In Maine, not sure if you guys have heard of Graham Plantner. He's been in trouble recently. He had a tattoo, apparently, of skull and crossbones that were supposed to be a Hitler symbol. He said, I didn't know. I was just a dumb Marine. We were in Kosovo, and we were out drunk one night and decided to get a bunch of tattoos, and we figured the skull and crossbones one looked like it was pretty fitting for, Marines, except for it was a Nazi symbol. And he claims he didn't know. Well, there's other people that are claiming, no, he has stated to us before that he knew, maybe not when he got it, but he's known after the fact that that's what it was. But now he's claiming, I didn't know. I had no idea what that was. No idea. But I'm going to have it removed. This also after he has made comments about how black people tip in the past. He's also made comments about questioning sexual abuse in the military. Now he's like, I don't even recognize that guy in those videos. I've been through a lot more and experienced things now that made me a lot smarter to the things that I didn't know back then. He's 40 years old. He's trying to go up against 77-year-old Governor Janet Mills. Down south, you have Tennessee State Rep Justin Pearson, 30 years old. He'll run for the seat of longtime 76-year-old Representative Steve Cohen. You have a representative out of Massachusetts, 46. She's seeking to oust Senator Ed Markey of Massachusetts, and he's 79 years old. And in Washington, D.C., you have 88-year-old Delegate Eleanor Holmes Norton, who's got 2 young challengers. And then, as we mentioned, Mr. Scott Wiener, who's 55 years old, will try to oust 85-year-old House Speaker former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. So it's going to be a battle of, and basically that's what happened to Joe Biden. We saw Joe Biden just decline. And it all came down to that debate where he just looked like an old man that didn't know up from down. And so that's what you're going to see coming in the next year. The young, very young, probably more progressive candidates coming after the older guard in the Democratic Party. It's going to be an interesting 2026 political season. Let's get to a break. On the other side, let's give them away right now. Why not, Chris? We have a pair of tickets to Famoso Drag Strip, the Hot Rod Reunion happening this weekend, all weekend long. Weather's going to be beautiful. Should get out there. I'll try to make it out on Sunday. We got a pair of tickets to give away. Caller number, what do you say, Chris? 7, because there's a 7 right there on his hat. 661-842-5376, 661-842-KRN. Caller number 7 wins the pair of Hot Rod Reunion tickets happening out at Famoso Drag Strip this weekend. On the other side, we'll try to answer the question, why my Mexican brothers is so fat. You can chime in too. Jump in the YouTube chat. Go over to YouTube, search up Kern Radio, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It's the JR Show. It's Kern Radio. We'll be right back.
News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN.
Thursday edition, Clay and Buck will break down the absolute latest on the government shutdown and also all of the investigations that are currently going on into the investigations into Republicans over the past several years. Our buddy Jim Jordan will be with us.
Also looking at the escalation of Trump's real war on drugs and how Venezuela plays into all this. We'll discuss some of the major military moves coming up on Clay and Buck.
Live 9 to noon. News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN.
Hey folks, this is Michael Binge, noted barbecue connoisseur for Salty's Barbecue and Catering, and I'm here with my buddy Jeff Salters. Hey Jeff, every time I come in, your barbecue is on point. How do you do that?
The secret, Michael, is consistency. Every day we fire those smokers up with the same almond wood. Every day we fire that open pit up with red oak. And our guys are good at what they do. They know how to smoke that meat. They know how to grill that meat. And I'm telling you, they take pride in it. And they want to make sure that every time our customers come in, they get the same consistent product time after time. And that is our goal at Salty's, to make sure that when you come in here, it's as good as it was the first time.
And it is. Jeff, why don't you tell the folks where they can find the best barbecue in Bakersfield?
You can find us at 9425 Rosedale Highway or 6801 White Lane. Or if you want, you can go to saltysbbq.com and order online.
Salty's Barbecue and Catering.
California Grill,
Texas approved. Oh, it's good.
Got battery issues? Choose the #1 name in power, A1 Battery. We've got you covered with top quality batteries for every need. Cars, scooters, motorhomes, garage door openers, key fobs, golf carts, home alarm systems, wheelchairs, and so much more. If it takes a battery, A1 Battery has it. With multiple locations to serve you. Enjoy free diagnostics on batteries, starters, alternators, and electrical systems. Plus, get free installation with any purchase. First Friday of each month is free Key Fob Battery Friday. Family owned and operated since 1960. A1 Battery has been providing reliable, friendly service to Kern County. Need us in a pinch? We offer emergency services to make sure you're never stranded. Tell us you heard it on the radio and get 10% off your purchase. Call A1 Battery today, 589-1433 for the location nearest you, or visit online at a1batterycompany.com. A1 Battery, powering your world, one battery at a time.
I was always tired, sleepy, and had no energy.
I had relentless, debilitating headaches.
Valley fever has many faces and impacts people differently. If you have a lingering cough, fever, or painful breathing for more than 2 weeks, talk to your doctor.
I am Quan Louie.
I am Bryn Kerrigan.
And we are the faces of Valley Fever.
Visit kernpublichealth.com to learn more.
You've got your whole life ahead of you, so choose a Medicare plan you can count on. And that's what you get with a Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare. With more than 45 years experience serving its members, United Healthcare has plans with low monthly premiums that fit your life today and as your needs change tomorrow. The Medicare annual enrollment period ends December 7th, so go to uhc.com/Medicare today. United Healthcare Medicare plans. It's Medicare coverage California can count on.
The Armstrong and Getty Show, weekdays noon to 2 on News Talk 96.1 and AM 1180 KERN. Now, back to the JR Show.
Welcome back. I had to think about that. I was like, what is that? 661-842.
It's actually the wrong song. I didn't mean to play that.
Oh, I don't care. I like it. It's good. Hey, if you guys are out on the freeways, Thursday, multiple closures are planned for highway on-ramps on Thursday, October 23rd. A full closure of eastbound Highway 58 at Highway 99 is planned starting at 10 p.m. as crews pour bridge deck concrete in the eastbound 58 bridge. Drivers are going to be detoured. The closure is expected to be in place until 6 a.m. on Friday. Also starting at 10 p.m. on Thursday, a full closure is planned for the westbound 58 to northbound 99 connector ramp as crews saw cut existing pavement. Drivers will be detoured off of the freeway there. A full nighttime closure is also planned for Ming Avenue to northbound 99, westbound 58 on-ramp starting at 9 p.m. the same night as crews saw cut existing pavement. Drivers will be directed to northbound Weibel, then to westbound California Avenue, which is a mess by itself, before entering the northbound 99 on-ramp. So if you guys are out and about on those things, the outer lanes 3 and 4 of northbound 99 from Ming Avenue to the 58 will also be closed during the Ming Avenue on-ramp closure. Northbound 99 to eastbound and westbound 58 will remain open during this time. And as always, the city of Bakersfield thanks the public for their patience and understanding during the completion of this work. Very patient and understanding, aren't we, Chris? California Avenue. They took the day off again, I guess. Rained for about 10 minutes, which was enough for the good old crew of the red truck guys to just call it a day, I guess.
GC, as I call them.
Yeah, GC. I don't want to tell you what that means either, but
Oh, they know. They know. I think they're very well aware of who this company is.
I have so many things I could come up with for GC, but none of them are PG, so we won't even touch it, Chris. We won't even touch it. We won't touch it like a fat Mexican shouldn't get second helpings.
Somebody's going to take this episode
completely wrong. I'm being funny, but at the same time, I'm not. You guys, it's a study came out, and it shows that Latinos in the Central and San Joaquin Valley tend to be more obese than their non-Latino counterparts, including adults and children. And if you don't believe me, here are some statistics. Out of Kern County, 46.9% obesity among Latino adults compared to 39.4% for non-Latinos. And in kids, it's even worse. 49.2% obesity among Latino children compared to 33.7% of white children. 15% difference. We are probably one of the worst counties outside of maybe, say, Kings, where just over 50% of obesity among Latino adults. So don't get mad at me. I'm just reading the statistics and then asking the simple question, why? Why is it that Latinos, especially in the Central and San Joaquin Valley, tend to be more obese than those of their non-Latino counterparts? We've heard it's diet, what they eat, what I eat. Everything we cook is in bacon grease and fried and refried. Heck, we got not only fried beans, but we refry them. One frying ain't enough. We got to refry them again. Make sure you get a little bit of that more bacon grease in there too. We eat very unhealthy. And let's just be honest, we don't promote exercise. We don't. And so that, I think, is part of it. But what scares me is the next generation of kids that are just growing up as unhealthy, if not more unhealthy than their parents. And the strain that that's going to cause on, because that leads to all sorts of things. The biggest one is probably diabetes. And just the strain that puts on our medical field and having to deal with that. And again, I hate to be honest, but a lot of them are poor too and probably don't have health insurance. And so I guess it is what it is. I don't know how we change that. We have to go in and maybe start educating the community and talking about healthier choices and ways that we can maybe be smarter with the things that we eat. Maybe don't go to the buffet as often. Hey, I love the buffet just as much as anybody else. Maybe even more so. Especially the one right there on El Portel is so good. They just go around. I probably hit at least 3 or 4 plates up in there. So I'm with you. I'm obese. I would be considered obese too. So don't take it personal. I need to change my diet as well. Matter of fact, I'm going to get my friend Holly, who owns F45 River Lakes, and to get me into shape. Not for this year. I'm already thinking about January, Chris. We'll do that in January. Start thinking about it now, but we'll do that until January. I got to get out of here for the day. Stay tuned for the Ralph Bailey Show. It's a Wednesday. Howard Marcus stops by. Thanks for hanging out. This is the JR Show. Lily, Dad loves you.
AM 1180 KERN. Green Acres. This is 96.1 FM. Bakersfield. Online at KERNradio.com.